Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here live via StreamYard, Facebook, YouTube. Man, happy Saturday. Excited to be back on with you guys. I'm in the booth with my boy Miles. What's going on, bro?
Hey, striving and surviving, loving another day that God made for me, man. That's it. And this platform that He's given us. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's definitely a blessing to see another day. First and foremost, man, just excited because it's the weekend. It was a long week. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, it was a pretty long week. So
it did. This week did drag a little bit. It did. It was a little lackadaisical. Yes.
I was like, man, it got to Wednesday, and I was like, I woke up Thursday thinking it was Friday. And I was like, it's usually when I get to Wednesday, because we work in the office Monday through Thursday, and we work from home on Friday. But we went to the Braves game Wednesday, and
that's why it was long. You know, them games are long, and it'll drag. Oh my goodness!
And then I woke up the next day thinking like, oh yeah, I'm like, dang, it's only Thursday. So that had been a Thursday game, that would have been perfect because then I wouldn't have had to drive to the office. But either way, it's all good. But yeah, y'all, we want to jump in because we got some good stuff to talk about. Obviously, we got the NBA playoffs going on, and at the same time, the NFL draft is going on. Already wrapped up rounds 1, 2, and 3, and now round 4 kicks off today at noon. So glad to be able to jump on prior to that and kind of give you guys our thoughts and opinions on that. Miles, what you want to kick off with, man? We want to do the draft first. We want to do NBA because I know you're feeling it a little tough right now, and you know what I'm gonna say. So we might as well just rip the Band-Aid off and get right into the NBA, man. How you feel about that? You good with that? Woo! Yes, sir. I told you, didn't I? Old Goat James, huh? I told you.
And
about to get swept again. I told you.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, what's his Jokic? Jokic, that's how they say his name. Jokic.
Yeah. Just call him the Joker. That's Mr. Joker. Call him that.
The Joker, Batman, and the Joker. That and
Murray is Batman.
I give you that. But at the same time, the Michael Jordan has never played against the Joker, and when he does, he didn't do nothing until he got Scottie Pippen. He didn't do nothing.
Has he been swept multiple times?
All I'm saying is, the Joker was equivalent to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and all those players, and Michael Jordan never won them until he got Scottie Pippen.
Listen,
the only guy that could defend Michael Jordan in the league at that time.
We
was on Michael Jordan's team.
Listen, bro, you got to focus. We not talking about Michael Jordan. We talk about LeBron.
No, I'm going into it. I'm going into it now.
Come on, let's get to it. Come on.
We're down 3-0. I definitely don't think we're going to be 3-0. I don't think we're going to get swept again. I think they're going to win game 4, and I think we're going to get 2 wins. So, do I think we're going to win the series right now? The way it's looking, I don't know. It's very highly questionable. but LeBron James been doing what he's supposed to do. D'Angelo Russell ain't showed up. It just ain't been consistent. He needs Scottie Pippen. That's what he needs. Anthony Davis done what he did the first two games, and Anthony Davis ain't a wingman like Scottie Pippen was. That's what I'm saying. He's a big man that got to handle the Joker majority of the game. So at the end of the day, I said Cleveland. The Denver Nuggets are just basically the better team overall. So
I know.
That's all I got with it. I can't really go into deep detail, but LeBron doing what he's still the best player in the league, the face of the league. He's doing what he's doing at 39. So
hey, listen, everything but winning the game in this series. But it's okay though. It's okay though. I know his thing, and I know it's hard to talk about. I know, but I remember, we were on here. I told you they were gonna get swept again. I mean, let's.
They're not gonna get swept. I guarantee that they're not gonna get swept.
We bringing brooms out tonight, bro. You got a broom in the closet?
I got one right in the yeah.
So when you watching the game tonight, I just want you to sit it in front of the TV. Just lay it right there while you're watching the game, because I mean, like you said before, I mean, the Nuggets top to bottom, they're just a better team. I mean, but you got LeBron and Anthony Davis, they're doing their thing, they're putting up the numbers, but you got two top 5 players in the league. The problem and the issue is D'Angelo Russell not scoring, not doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, he put up 0 points last game. He was 0 for 7. And I think that was like 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. They couldn't make a 3 to save their life. They've lost.
That's their problem. They're kind of like Tennessee in college basketball for his offensively. They just go into those spurts where y'all ain't scored in the last 6-7 minutes.
Right, because they can't. To be honest with you, I mean, the Lakers really can't shoot with the Nuggets. Their best bet is like bully ball with them. But the Nuggets get down and they're not phased. And I'm tired of people. I'm calling LeBron and Anthony Davis out for that game 2 performance, because to sit up there afterwards and say, "Oh, the refs this," no. When you have a 20-point lead in the second half, that's not all refs. Do refs miss calls? Yes, they do. Like, we're not gonna sit up here and act like refs don't blow calls. But that's a lot easier to say if the game is like, it's crunch time and they really been screwing it up the whole game. They were calling a pretty even game when you had a 20-point lead and you lost the 20-point lead. And the Nuggets, the way that they just casually came back, like they got down by 20 and they weren't phased at all. Like, they weren't phased at all. And that's the game.
Didn't change the pace, didn't change nothing.
That's the game that they should have. That's the game that they missed off. They missed. That's the game they should have took right there. Because they can't. The first game they came out swinging, which you expected it, because they were in the play-in and they kind of, most of the time the teams coming in from the play-in, they have a little bit more. They have more momentum coming into game 1. But game 2, I want to say Murray was struggling. They were getting blown out. And to see the way that the Nuggets came back, it's just like there's no answer for Jokic. I mean, you really just gotta hope he misses, because Anthony Davis is barbecue chicken down there in the paint with Jokic. It's just he just is. I'm sorry, it don't matter. He can't.
And I can't understand it. Jokic can't jump on the curb. He don't jump. He don't. Feet don't leave the ground. I don't understand. He moves all slow, dude. But he's efficient. I don't understand it.
No answer for that. And so, for me, I do expect the Lakers to come out and fight tonight, but I think the Nuggets will win it in the end.
The Lakers are gonna win tonight. LeBron ain't gonna get. I know him. I don't know him like literally, but
You about to
I
watch?
know he ain't gonna get swept 2 years in a row by the same team. He's not
Yes,
gonna do
it is, bro. They've lost. You realize? Do you realize that? Do you realize that the Lakers have lost 11 straight games to this team? Do you know the night?
But that's why LeBron though he ain't got that much time left playing ball. He's gonna make a statement tonight.
This ain't making no statement because no matter what, the night he broke the scoring record, they lost to the Nuggets. The night they were celebrating Kobe getting a statue, they lost to the Nuggets. And there was another night they lost to the Nuggets too when they were doing like celebrating James Worthy and Magic and all of them. There was like a ceremony. They lost to the Nuggets. They can't beat this team, bro. Like I feel like they get up on them and they get scared, and it's like, dang, they don't know what to do after that. Like it's just they don't have an answer, bro. They're gonna get swept twice. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm getting ready. What I'm gonna do, what I'm doing for you right now, I'm looking up the best type of brooms. got hardwood floors.
My living room is hardwood floor. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say the best brooms. So they got the 9 best brooms for hardwood floors. Right.
I'm not gonna need it tonight.
You got your traditional. You got your push broom or your rubber silicone broom. So I'm gonna send you this link, and if you got time. I mean, you do got time. The game not till 8:30, so you could probably roll up. Lowe's, Home Depot, Target.
I ain't gonna need it tonight.
Find you one of them brooms. And you know what I'm saying? Watch the game with it sitting next to you, bro. It's gonna be all right, man.
And okay. So at the end of the day, so we done talked NBA a little bit with the Lakers. We're gonna stop beating up on the best. We're gonna start beating up on the greatest player of all time. We're gonna start beating him because he's been doing what he's supposed to do. So
your greatest player of all time.
That is the greatest player of all time. But
he 0-11 against Denver.
So we can move on to the rest of the playoffs, which is in my.
I had to get that out. That was. All right, we good. I'm gonna send you that link for brooms too. Don't let me forget. But anyway,
the Miami Heat, like Miami Heat and the Celtics, that's a good series, and I expected them to get swept without Jimmy Butler. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
yeah, I don't. They shot lights out from 3 in the second game.
The Miami Heat is they're just they're a team, and they're a well coached, well organized team.
Yeah.
That's what they are. From Pat Riley to Eric Spoelstra to all that.
Yeah.
So that's just what they are, and they're showing it on the court.
They are.
Then Boston on the other side they're still young. They're still young a little bit, but they're going to be the new Denver about 2 or 3 years. It's going to be Boston and Denver battling for it in 2 years. The next couple of years. I mean, like they're going to be the top 2 teams.
It should have been them last year, but you know how Boston gets in the playoffs. That's why I'm still like, it's supposed to be Denver and Boston, but you kind of got to look at Boston with a side eye because the teams that they've had, and this team that they have this year, Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, if they don't win, bro, if they don't win this year, like
and their bench.
If they don't win, I'm not saying win it all, but if they don't get to because it's not, you get to the finals against the Nuggets and you lose to Nuggets, it's not like, you're not losing to no score to any scrubs. But this is the year that they need to get back, because I don't, you can't make any more excuses for Tatum and Brown. Like you really couldn't make any excuses last year, but Jimmy in Miami, they were just dogs, but they don't even have Jimmy Butler. They shot 53% from the 3-point. I mean, from 3 in the last game. It's hard to beat a team when they're doing that. Like,
yeah,
you just shoot, shots are just falling. That's 53%. I mean, and they're that type of team, like you mentioned. They're very streaky. They can get hot, and it's just, I mean, Tyler Hero is
nice. That's why they didn't trade him. He was in trade talks the last couple of years because he stayed injured a little bit. But
I know.
that's why now you see why they kept him. You're like, nah, we need this dude.
Tyler Hero's.
I remember him. I think he came out of Kentucky, didn't he?
Yeah, Tyler Hero. He
came out of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came out of the University of Kentucky, I believe. Yeah, so I remember him back then in college years. I'm like, but that boy bad. he ain't scared. He's relentlessly not afraid to score. He's that dude. He can. And then when you got Jimmy Butler on top of that, which is like Miami Heat's Jimmy Butler with the Miami Heat's like the version of Draymond Green with the Golden State Warriors. He's equivalently that muscle, that heartbeat, that driver. We ain't had no incidents of him hitting people in the mouth and punching people, but what I'm saying is, for what he is meant to the Miami Heat, that's what Jimmy Butler is, the equivalent to it. So, because you already know Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, everybody play better when Draymond Green is on the court.
Yeah.
So, I definitely see that. But Tyler Hero, and then I think he's number 55. I can't think of his name right now. They came out of Michigan, I believe. The other dude on the team to be making too. What's his name?
Duncan Robinson from Miami.
Duncan Robinson. Duncan. I'm about to say Dickerson, but it's Duncan Robinson. Yeah, he's another. Them two right there. That's what he's known for. That's why Michigan went to the Final Four that one year when he was there. Yeah. So, when you got shooters, and then you got to score. Miami's going to be if Jimmy Butler can come back in this series. They said he's going to be out of several weeks.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back in this series.
That's what I'm saying. But if he does, Boston's in trouble.
Well, they already let him steal a game, so they have to.
I think without Jimmy Butler, I don't think they can win the series. But
I don't either. I just think that other night they were just hot from 3. I mean, ultimately, I think Boston is gonna win. I mean, it'll probably be 6 games because I think Miami will probably get one at home.
Definitely one. At least one.
They'll probably get one at home, and then Boston will get one, so they'll split it. You never know.
Basketball is different than football. See, basketball is all about making shots and being. If you cold or you're hot that night, that dictates the game. You just never know if your shots are going to go in. You can do the same form you did when you made 9 threes a game before, but you shooting it the same way you're doing it, but it's just not falling in. So it's a little about luck, a little bit with basketball, somewhat.
And then honestly, you think about the pressure. Miami is not under pressure, right? They are now. I mean, the series is shifted, but I think Boston is under the most pressure because they have to win. They need to make a run to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, to the finals, right? Especially the team that they had. So when you think about the pressure, you can see how Miami plays a lot more loose because it's almost like they don't have anything to lose. They're a play-in team. I'm not saying that I mean, not to put them down, but look at both situations that these teams are in. Miami is just a hungry, gritty team that, you know, they're like, oh, you know, we're here. Boston is like, dang, like if we don't win, and we won the first game with ease. Now we dropped the second game at home. Now we got to go to Miami, where Miami is tough to beat. So you get to second guessing yourself. In Miami at home, shoot, you it's hard. That's a tough place to play, right? So
definitely.
Basketball is basketball at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, you know, the pressure. I think both teams are facing pressure in a sense, because now Miami wasn't facing as much, but now that they won game 2 and now it's back in Miami, it's like, all right, we gotta win because we got them where we want them now. And if they want to keep that series, keep Boston on their heels, they'll win this game. And now Boston has to win. I mean, I'm not saying they have to, but it's a must.
They have to.
It's a must win, right? So you go down 2-1, like you can't go down 3-1 back to Boston.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
At the end of the day,
it's time for Jason Tatum to show that we already got spurts of him. We know what he can be, but it's all about being consistent now when the time counts. That's what it's about with Jason Tatum, because we already know he's going to be after LeBron goes and Kawhi Leonard, all these other players leave. Jason Tatum is going to be the face of the NBA. He's going to be one of the faces of the NBA.
Yeah, you know the other
name is always going to be there.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, yeah, definitely. He's definitely a highlight reel. He's definitely all Anthony Edwards got to do is get his jump shot better. That's it. It's 3-point shooting, and he's nice now. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying once he gets that, if he develops that, it's over. It might be over for the league.
Well, he got
and don't forget about my boy. Everybody writing him off because he stay injured so much.
Who?
Zion Williams.
Oh yeah, Zion. I mean, Zion is like I said. It just boils down to health, and availability.
Yeah.
If he's
a lot of people writing him off a little bit. He stay injured. The radio shows, ESPN, and he stays injured too much. He did this, did that. He's overweight and this and that. No, I'm like, dude. I believe Zion. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now LeBron was on board and the Lakers was my team, but at the same time, if Zion didn't get hurt, they might have won that game.
No, seriously, because when he got hurt, they were rolling. I mean, it was a tight game, but after he went down, it was like. You saw the air kind of come out of the room, but
yeah.
I mean, they could have very well have won that game. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited for the future of the league, and the direction it's gonna go. We get to see some new faces and stuff like that, and I think it'll be, the playing field is evening out now because when the last time we saw the Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think I ever saw the Timberwolves being as good as they are. Yeah,
I mean when they had Latrell Sprewell and
Kevin Garnett,
and those boys, but
Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, I mean the Timberwolves haven't been. We got Minnesota in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. So I'm excited about the future for sure. And then those are really the series that I like the most. I mean, I know Dallas is doing their thing too.
I think they're kind of expected with Luka and Kyrie. It's not really.
They're going to win that series, man, because the Clippers are just it's
1-1, right? Ain't it 1-1?
No, it's 2-1 now.
Oh, I thought they on the way. When did the other game go? I know I watched the
game was last night.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the game last night. I didn't. I didn't watch the games last night. So I didn't even watch the Lakers game last night. I did the highlights in the
night.
Okay.
Yeah, so you still good. Yeah, the Lakers play tonight. So I'm gonna tell. So the Cavs and the Magic play. I ain't really been. I mean, that series right there. Now the Magic wore the Cavs out the last game. I don't know what that was, but
that was a good young team. They came out of nowhere. This season.
I don't know what the Magic. I don't know what happened, but they turned into.
That's the Lakers. That's the Lakers old coach still there that won the championship, right?
I don't even know. I can't even. I think
it is. I think it's the guy that won the last championship with the Lakers in the bubble. Who's the head coach of the Magic? I think it is him. Frank something.
Vogel. I think it is him.
Yeah. He this is only his second year there, and look at what the turnaround that they got. So Frank Vogel is a good coach. I mean, I don't know why they let him. I think he's better than Darvin Ham.
Yeah. No. He's not in Orlando. He's in Phoenix, bro.
Frank Vogel's in. I thought.
Yeah, Frank Vogel is in Phoenix. He was Orlando Magic coach, but that was years ago. He's actually in Phoenix. That's where he's at.
Oh, okay.
Orlando Magic's coach is, let's see, Jamal Mosley.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching the game, a few of the games today. I mean, it's 4 games that come on today, so definitely excited about that. But yeah, I wanna let's get into the draft, man, because wanted to talk about, your thoughts on, what the teams have done. What was your best pick that you've seen so far, if you have one, out of those first 1 and 2, first and second round? What team stood out to you the most, and if any other takeaways that you have? And I know we'll get into talk about what the Falcons did too, but off the bat, like for your team personally, or any other teams that you saw, what were your biggest takeaways?
My biggest takeaway from my team is Baltimore, so they did their biggest takeaway during the off season with Derrick Henry. So I'm gonna leave that at that on that one. But hold on, BJ. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh no, you're good, bro.
I'm trying to look at this. My computer ain't working.
Technology, bro. It's crazy sometimes. Do what it want to do. But
can you pull up the draft, the first round, second round? Because my computer ain't working.
I got you. You want for the Ravens?
Just period, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, because the Ravens, their first pick was that cornerback Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
Okay.
But yeah, I got it right here. Okay, cool. I got you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. But yeah, did you want me to look up anything in particular, or you want me to jump in?
The first 5 picks, I know Caleb Williams and
yeah. So you had Caleb, Jaden Daniels, go to Washington.
Yeah,
Caleb went to
good
Chicago.
pick. I like that.
Drake May to the Patriots, Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals, and then you had Joe Alt, the offensive tackle, go to the Chargers.
Okay.
Those are the first 5. The next 5, you had Malik Neighbors go to the Giants, J.C. Latham go to the Titans, Michael Penix go to the Falcons, Rome Odunze went to the Bears, and J.J. McCarthy got drafted to the Vikings, who traded up with the Jets. So
now, definitely J.J. McCarthy was a question mark. That's definitely a question mark. I don't know. That's kind of like going back to a younger Kirk Cousins that you don't know what you're going to get out of. But
yeah,
but I like the pick with the receiver out of LSU going to the Giants. But at the end of the day, Giants are question mark by the quarterback. So
yeah.
I mean, you can get all the receivers you want, but you ain't got that guy to throw it to him or that guy to. The good receivers don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? So that I think they need to get their quarterback situation. I would have liked to seen Justin Fields went to the Giants with that receiving core and
oh God.
No, I'm just saying before before Saquon Barkley went to the Philadelphia Eagles, that would have been a good tandem with what they done built up. So
see, they paid Daniel Jones all that money though, so that's why they didn't go quarterback.
But he wasn't worth it. That's like the Falcons giving $100 million guaranteed to Kirk Cousins. I think the Falcons going maybe 10-7 next year. That's the best.
And see, it was wild for them to take Penix. You know, I mean, I don't dislike Michael.
I like it though, because Kirk Cousins is 36 years old, so they had to get a quarterback for the future.
Yeah, it's funny because I think a lot of the Falcons fans were pissed off about it because, well, initially some of them have calmed down, but a lot of them were pissed off about it because they know that they just paid all their guaranteed money to Kurt. So it was like, why draft the quarterback? And especially because they wanted a defensive end. They ended up ultimately getting one. I want to say it was yesterday. But they, just trying to solidify the future, which is, you can't be mad at it. But the Falcons, everybody really wanted Dallas Turner out of Alabama. That's who they kept getting, mocked to them. So they wanted that. And I did think it was funny watching how they all kind of like self-destructed that the night when he got drafted. I was like, I mean, Penix isn't terrible. I think that the only knock that they have against Penix is he's been very injury prone as well. So you got injury prone quarterbacks on your roster, one who you've paid an insane amount of money to, coming off of a torn Achilles, and then you got Michael Penix who's had a bunch of injuries, in college. So you kind of setting yourself up for a nightmare potentially, but I think that Penix will be fine, and he's at least has to sit for 2 years.
I don't think he's going to play that much the next couple of years
until he's like 27, or unless they put the game, late in the game. Obviously, if the Falcons are winning, but unless Kirk Cousins gets injured, he's not going to play, that much. So he'll have time to sit back and
his body heal from all his injuries in college. He's gonna have time for everything to do.
Yeah. So we'll see. But my winner, I'm gonna tell you my winner of the first round. I'm gonna tell you who got a steal, the biggest steal. After that,
I hope it ain't that team behind you. You ain't saying that right.
Oh, 100%. So biggest. The team that won the first round, and arguably people are saying, some people are saying won the draft, but I'm not gonna say won the draft, but won the first round. I gotta go with my Bears, man. I mean, you talk about, what the general manager Ryan Poles has done over the last 2 years and how he flipped this team around from what they had 2 years ago to what we have now, like it's the return from that pick with Carolina has been insane. I mean, you think about getting Caleb Williams and then you go turn around and get Rome Odunze, who's arguably the best, 50-50 ball, even receiver in the draft. He's one of the top 3 receivers. He was right there at 9 for the Bears. So you add a talented quarterback who has, all the great skill sets to be successful. You bring in a young, nice receiver to pair him up with, where you already got Keenan Allen, you already got DJ Moore, you got Cole Kmet. They brought in Gerald Everett from the Chargers, so solid tight ends, solid wide receivers. Added DeAndre Swift in the backfield with Khalil Herbert. Then defense is going to be top 5. I just love what the Bears have done and the way that this roster has transitioned. So I do think that, if everybody stays healthy, I do think that this is a playoff team. They definitely have a capability to get in the playoffs. And I just love, the direction that the Bears are going in. So shout out to my Bears for doing that, man. I'm excited about the future. I really am. And the biggest steal that I think, outside of the Bears, I think that the Chiefs getting Xavier Worthy out of Texas, that was big. You got a guy.
That was that guy. That's what we was talking about. That one dude that did the punt returns.
Combine record.
Huh?
That's the dude who broke that. I want to say Xavier Worthy. I want to say he's the one who broke the 40.
I didn't see him go to the Chiefs. I did not. But he was one of the guys that I saw in the combine. I was like, what? That boy. Oh my goodness. He definitely replaced maybe future Tyreek Hill. He might have replaced him. You know what I mean? And then giving Patrick Mahomes another weapon like that. Oh my God.
And then you got to think about it too, because Rashee Rice, the other starting wide receiver, he's probably going to get suspended for a good amount of time because he had the incident where he was racing.
The car accident and stuff.
Run. So he's going to get suspended probably
a couple years.
Or if that you think it'll be years, or you think it'll just be games for this
I think he's going to jail. Because it was it was people's life that got lost. You know what I mean?
Dead. Died in the hit and run.
You don't think so? I thought one person. I thought 2 people. Okay.
So it was like a 3 or 4 car incident. Nobody actually died.
Okay.
Nobody died, but and I don't even think anybody got seriously injured. But it's the fact that he hit They were racing on the highway. He hit somebody and then he kept going. So he was fleeing the scene. So he's definitely going to get.
I give him at least a year. He definitely ain't going to play next season. I give him that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing about it is, if they suspended people for a year for gambling, you would think it might be a year for this too.
Yeah.
But.
Well, actually, they let somebody go. He can't even come back. That dude that got caught for gambling, I can't think of his name. No, that was the basketball player I'm thinking about. Did you hear about the basketball?
Calvin Ridley is back. He's in Tennessee. He got caught. He got caught up with the gambling thing too, and he had to sit out a whole year. But I think that if they don't suspend him for the full season, it'll definitely be a significant amount of time. It'll probably, I don't know, because I guess they're still, they're still working everything out, but they don't know what's going to happen with him, so they had to get another receiver. So they added that speed. So I think that was a big steal.
Definitely.
So. Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty solid draft. I know no quarterbacks went in the second, I think it was the second and third round. There were no quarterbacks that were drafted, if I'm not mistaken. It was I saw something about that. So,
Bo Nix, I saw his name on the screen last night. Bo Nix went somewhere to.
Bo Nix went to Denver. He got drafted in the. I want to say it was Bo Nix got drafted to the Broncos.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. What round was that? What was that? Third, fourth?
No, it was first round.
Oh, you went in the first round. Okay.
He went.
I just saw it last night though. I thought it was the second or third because I know the first night was.
What they did was they've been flashing. They'll flash the picks at the bottom of the screen. From the prior, from each round, they'll kind of like cycle through them. But no quarterbacks went in the second round. No quarterbacks went in the third round either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's been pretty solid overall. Like, I'm excited to see, kind of how like, because these later rounds, that's when you find your diamond in the rough. You find those players that you people kind of like, they fly under the radar, and people don't really say too much about them. But these are when teams can really, really take advantage of the draft.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
It's easy to be like,
these are the Priest Holmes, the Tom Brady's, all those guys right now. They might be the diamond in the rough that that might change your franchise 2 years from now or a year from now. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna sit there and watch the whole thing. I'll just have it on, kind of
just listening. Yeah, that's what I did. Yes, I watched the first round a little bit, but like last night I didn't really sit down and watch it. So
yeah, I didn't. After the first day, I watched like the first 10 or 12 picks or so in round one, and I kind of just I'll have it on, but not really sitting there watching it too much. And then after that, I really just kind of check my phone and see the updates, because when it gets to like days like this, they're just gonna be talking, and then they're gonna flash the picks up there on the screen. Every now and then they'll have somebody come up and announce the picks, depending on who it is. If they have somebody there to announce them, they kind of like do it like that, kind of talking back and forth. So I'll just be checking and seeing. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's just getting closer to football. So,
definitely.
Yeah, man. So but yeah, man. You had anything else?
No, just little updates of what's going on, man. And like I said before the show, just like thank God for you, man, and the platform and all of that, everything, just everyday life, man. Just live it, appreciate the life, and don't take it for granted. That's it. Because I just had another friend pass away.
Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so you just never know, man. Just take every day and do the best to your ability. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So go Vols at the end of the day. You already know we coming. We coming. Right. Alabama's done. Alabama's done with their championship run. They're that y'all done had your dynasty. It's over.
You don't even believe it, bro. It's okay.
The new age is coming. Yes, I do.
You don't believe that because you looking down when you said it. You don't really believe that. You don't really believe that.
I really do.
You're gonna be so
y'all gonna win 19 games still, but y'all championship.
You're gonna be so upset, bro. You're gonna be so bad. You're gonna be so mad when we get on here. We got to talk about Alabama over and over and over again because they just keep excelling and just keep flourishing and keep prospering, you're gonna be tight. So I'm just gonna get you prepared for that. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And then, there's always room, if you, in case you ever wanna, in case you get tired over there in Knoxville, you can come on down. Join.
Never that.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. I had to check on you, make sure. So you gonna see. You gonna see.
Okay.
It's gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait.
I got my eyes on the Bears too. I do like what they did, and I'm gonna keep my eye on them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, gotta get to work, man. I'm excited about this season. But yeah, man, like Miles said, man, thank God for you as well, bro. We thank God for this day and this opportunity and a platform to do what we love. And like Miles said, man, just try to make the most out of each and every day and see the positive in every day, even though it may not go your way. There's always something positive to pull out of every day that we can take away from. That's what I try to do. Even on the days where I don't feel, the best. And just know that, we are being prepared for something far beyond what we can imagine. So yeah, continue to keep pushing and keep trusting God. And look, we appreciate everybody jumping on today and giving us some time. And look, we'll be back next week after the draft is finally wrapped up, and then we'll probably have some more some series that'll probably be over with by the time we jump back on. So yeah, man, much love and roll tide.
As always. Go Vols and God bless.
God bless y'all.
Yes, sir.